What is up? This is Scarcasm with the Scarfinger.
What's up, dog?
And Crucial Chase. And over here we have Marcus Major Linux Summers with his green screen. I should chroma key you and have you the only one that's like all nice and chroma keyed. And down we have Dave Robopig from Good for Gaming or G4G. So it'll probably be good if everybody can see everybody. So and now they can't.
I don't want to do that.
I don't recommend it.
You don't recommend it?
I love me.
You love you?
Oh, yeah, I do too.
I just don't like my voice. Like the rest of me is great.
Like, I'm sexy. My voice is sexy. Hey, you know what? I had to get the 4K webcam. You know, get the $225 microphone. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody has to have the best version of me.
Yeah, but then you also made the huge mistake of naming your child after the worst Mass Effect party member ever.
Oh, he's starting right off.
His middle name. We're gonna go by the middle name, Major. Yes.
Wait, don't people name their dogs Major?
Nope, they name their children Major. I don't know who naming dogs Major. I don't know who's naming a dog Major. I mean, technically, couldn't I just name a dog Caden?
I mean, but why would you do that? Why would you name? Well, you know, we got lions.
What do you say?
When it comes to Scar, we got a lion. Like you got a dog, but we got a lion.
Dog whatever. We can name a dog whatever.
We got a lion. So if you think about
name my dog Diet Dr. Pepper for all I care.
Is it special Diet Dr. Pepper?
It's the sweet one,
Major Pepper.
No, it's not special. Not special. I can't put special juice in the can. This just be messy.
Oh,
you put some Jesus juice in that can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael Jackson. Chase, it's on you. Like you got to wrangle this thing.
Yeah, man. Well, I thought that every time we have a live show, especially with Marcus, or it just ends up in like Nacho Friends sister podcast, and we're just like rambling.
I mean that would involve multiple people attacking me for no reason. This isn't my show.
It started like that.
But that's just
Scar.
Yeah, that's just Scar. I mean, normally on my show, it's like, oh no, it's the Major's house. It's the Major Linux show with the Majorettes, and it's like, no, that's not what this is. Never. No. I mean, as much as I would love to be the face of anything and everything that I do, that's not what this is. This is about a show.
I should have introduced the show like Kat.
She actually did introduce last night's show.
But I mean, you could, but does it really work without them things?
What things?
Oh, the things.
The stress relievers? You mean these?
Yeah.
Dave don't even know what to think about this podcast.
Well, see. Here, in full disclosure, here's what happened last time that we did a show. Chase knew that we knew each other. He just didn't know that we really knew each other. Yeah. So he ended up taking a back seat on the whole podcast, and because
I was like,
he didn't know what to do.
You guys, bury the hatchet with this wedding shit, and I'm just gonna talk about Mass Effect.
There was no hatchet to bury.
Look, there were invites, and then there just weren't.
No, it was an invite. There was a personal crash, and then it was a let me hold that invite real quick.
Yeah, yeah, we invited. No. Okay. Not you. Hell no.
That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much how it happened. Yeah. Everything happened.
I'm going to sleep. I'm out.
So, Dave, what's been going on, man?
Been busy trying to get as many people on our team this year as possible. We're at 46 right now for the Extra Life team. Last weekend, we played in a tournament for Extra Lifers, Overwatch. Happily, I was not part of my own team because I'm horrible at Overwatch. But our team managed to take first place.
Something you and Marcus have in common.
I've seen Marcus. Marcus much better than me, huh? I don't know if that's an insult or what, but
excuse me, sir. I am the best Diva player and bronze tier in competitive Overwatch.
Speaking of Diva,
did you see the
new Overwatch trailer for Diva?
I did, and it was amazing. I actually tried recording some video of the new map. Apparently, OBS is not my friend.
Blizzard
I tried it twice, and it's like, you know what? Just fuck this.
Blizzard just needs to just say fuck it and make a movie.
They do, but they're not gonna do it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how the same way the guys who make the Halo Wars cinematics need to be the ones to make the Halo movie, because those cinematics for Halo Wars are fantastic. I think they're the same people who redid the cinematics for Halo 2 when the Master Chief Collection came out, and they just look phenomenal. And it's like, why don't y'all just do this for the movie, bruh? Like,
they ain't got time for that.
They got time to make animatics. I just need y'all to just put some animatics together and make a movie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, what?
Animatics.
What the fuck is that?
I just want to say animatics.
Hell is like animatic. Spell animatic.
It's like Animaniac, but like kind of automatic.
No, it's like but by the way them things look, and the Square team when they put out like Final Fantasy stuff. Now I don't like Final Fantasy. I don't play JRPGs at all. But whenever they release a CG trailer, it's like that is Animagic right there. Like that is great looking.
We got Animagic.
Yeah,
it's evolving. Well, get to
3 words he invented in like 30 seconds. What the hell is going on?
Animatics is a real word.
Is it?
Yes, it's usually the when you're making an animation, it's the rough cut where it's basically, like a lot of times it's like hand drawn, more jumpy, more like a digital version of a flip book version of what you're trying to animate.
Okay, he ain't lying. I just Googled it. He's right. It exists. Y'all should have known. Y'all should have known I was going to do that shit.
Fact checker.
Exactly. Look, you can't look. It's 2018. You can't be careful. Motherfuckers out here working on alternative facts and shit. You gotta Google everything.
Yo, my man, I'm gonna tell you. All right, we don't talk much political stuff around here, but let me tell you.
You say you don't, but then you do.
But look, let me tell you. My man, 45, was like, y'all want to impeach me? How y'all gonna impeach me? I've been a very good president.
Like, I think I saw something today where. I forgot what it was. Like, I think he said like the country would be really poor.
Yeah, he said,
he's like, "Yo, you holding us hostage?"
Everybody losing money. If it's like if I leave, I'm taking the Federal Reserve with me, dog.
I mean, he seems like a person who would. I mean, I feel like this is getting out of political, like just more or less like evil genius kind of level shit now. Like, I feel like he'd be the person who would do that.
But see, here's the thing. It's not just the fact that he would be the person to do it, but he would do it and like the people who love him would believe him.
Like, we needed this, man.
So then it ends up becoming a real thing.
Like, we got to start our own nation. We got to do this. We got to steal the Federal Reserve.
No, so see, and then
they're trying to shut it down. We got to take it. We got to take the money for ourselves.
Hey Scar, we should me and you. Let's go live.
He gonna leave for a little bit and come back with a Wonder Woman bracelet like a 5%er.
Let's go move the Slab City, man.
None of the white people know what that means, but we just trust me. You don't want to know.
Hey Scar, me and you, we're going to go live in Slab City. All right.
Slab City. What's
Slab City?
Slab City.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's where we're going to do our podcast from.
Slab City?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where would that be?
It's like some junkyard in like California. People have made a city out of it, and there's like no rules. It's just anarchy.
All right. So here's the thing about anarchy. I'm not like a friend to the police, but I recognize that they exist for a reason.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean? They exist for a reason. Now, I may be definitely afraid of them. And like, if I get in trouble or if I get pulled over, I am fearing for my life. I just had to explain this to my white coworkers today. I was like, yo, if I get pulled over, I keep my registration is in my visor. So they don't have to see me reach for nothing. And by the time the cop gets to me, both of my hands are out of the window holding my license and registration before he shows up.
Damn, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, that happened to me a few months ago. I took my girl's car to get an oil change. And they asked me what year was the car or whatever, because they had to register it, blah blah blah, whatever. So the lady took the key and went to go look and see if she can figure out what it was. And it took them a minute. I was like, "Is everything all right?" And it was like, "Yeah, we were looking in the car to see if we can find it, but we didn't find we didn't find the registration in the visor." And I was like, "She white," and they went, "Oh."
True.
Because there was two ladies, one was black, one was Latino. So the idea that your registration wouldn't be in your visor, so you have a quick access to it, was not something that they thought of when I brought the car in.
I never really thought about that either.
Yeah, I keep my registration in my visor, and for a little bit, I had an extra copy of my license, and I kept both of those in my visor. Quick access.
Damn, that reminds me. I need to change the address on my license.
Yep.
I've been putting it off. I normally don't wait to do that, but because of this real ID bullshit, have any of you had to go get your real ID yet?
Nope.
What's a real ID?
So it's like a federal so essentially in certain states they'll attach it to your driver's license to where you can use it to enter into federal buildings, and it's easier to board airplanes with it. However, you need a metric shit ton worth of information when you go to the DMV to get this thing.
Your social and all that stuff, your social security number and all
social
that.
Security card or social security number or whatever. Probably the card itself. I don't know. Your birth certificate, like a passport.
Man, I don't know what my birth certificate is. Like, if I go to DMV, I'm trying to get a birth certificate from y'all. Like, y'all supposed to give me a copy of my birth certificate. I mean, the DMV in Virginia does that now. Like, you don't got to go to
weird.
The federal building. Like, you can get them from DMV now. But like, if I need a birth certificate, I'm coming to y'all for that. Like, what is we doing here?
Because I moved and have to do a change of address, I need, I think, 1 or 2 bills or something with my new address on it.
But I ain't got no bills here in my name.
So that was my point. between that and the fact that why the fuck do I need all this information? I am who I say I am. Like, look at me. Obviously, I'm Marcus Summers. What are you doing? But now I'm sitting in line. Like, I got up early one morning to go to the DMV because I was going to go before I headed out to DC for BlurCon. I was sitting in line like, yep, I'm going to get my license, get that real ID. It'll be great. I called my wife. I was like, yo, so I'm out here at DMV. He's like, well, do you have your social security number? Do you have your birth certificate? Why the hell do I need all of that? I didn't need that before. Like, actually, I just sent them went on the website and they sent me a new card. Oh, well, if you're getting a real ID, like, we talked to some, because like, she works in social services. So somebody for, I guess, like the DMV or real ID or whatever came to the office and gave him a pamphlet. And I seen the pamphlet. And it's like, you know, when you apply for a job, he's like, you got to have like 1 thing from column A, 1 thing from column B, or column C. Like, it was like, no, you need 5 from column A, 20 from column B, and 3,000 from C.
Yeah, it's like let me get the list.
I looked at that later and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But as she was telling me over the phone, like a week, 2 weeks before then, I was like, you mean to tell me I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning to come to a place I did not have to come to?
But it's 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning around here, you still gonna be in a long line.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I was in a line and I was upset. I did not have to be up until like 10.
Fam, people around here, the line started like 6. Like, people be in line for the DMV at like 6.
Right, but my thing is that I could have just so I could get a new ID with a change of address. I can just fill that out and get it online. Like, I could have done that like weeks ago. But I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till I'm off, and go to the DMV and get the real ID thing, not realizing that I needed, an autobiography with all of my social security, with all my personal information in it. Like, for all I know, I could have just been walking right to anonymous and here.
I don't even think an autobiography. I don't even think an autobiography works because
I don't think it does.
You need someone else to write your biography to verify that you are who you say you are.
I'm gonna get that dude who wrote the Steve Jobs book. He made him look good. That's what I need. Yeah, I'm like the best person. Trust me. I'm gonna get the dude who wrote Donald Trump's book, like the art of the stream. That's what I'm gonna do.
The art of the stream.
The art of the stream. Clearly, if I wrote that, like, obviously I know what I'm doing when I'm streaming, right? I mean, I mean, he wrote it, and apparently he's like the guru of business. Just bankrupt, and then like, all right, I got all my money
in his own mind. Like, let's, my man is the hustle man. Like, he hustled the system to get what he need.
I mean, he know how to play the game. Like, yo, kudos to that. Like, again, I forget what else I was reading. Like, nobody will look twice at Donald Trump. Nobody would be doing this if he wasn't in a political office. Like, if he didn't run for president, like, yo, Donald Trump's the dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'd have been like Kanye. Like, we got that dragon energy. If Donald Trump was still a businessman, when he president, I'd be, I don't.
I'm just like, yo, I think, you know what? I'm not going to go there. Yep, I'm not going to go there.
I'm not going to push you.
I said I won't go too political, so I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that right here. Right.
So, yeah.
I ain't going to say it with my chest.
I don't know where to go.
When you get me here, it just gets like real awkward, real quick, and I'm just like gonna wait. Like, all right, yeah, where this gonna go? Where it gonna go? Who gonna be next?
But yeah,
it's like the two of us are playing double dutch, and Chase is kind of like going back and forth, like, okay, I don't know when to jump in here, and Dave was just like, look at all these motherfuckers
two big fools playing double dutch. I don't know, like they say, get in where you fit in, but I don't know if I can fit.
Yeah, my main question for Dave was actually, I remember last year you guys were like pretty high up on the rankings. Does that really come in early in the year, or does it come in more towards the actual like extra lifetime, like in November?
The really big teams, it's a year-long effort. For us, it's, we're not top tier, so for us, it's not until game day that you usually see a lot of the stuff rolling in.
Oh, okay.
So we started out with a goal of 10K. We just hit that, I think, last week. So we upped it for the team to 20K, and now we'll see
for the babies,
for the kids. So we'll see where we get when we get closer. But a lot of the people on our team talk about it all year long. Everybody's probably sick of seeing tweets from me begging people to join the team. But, yeah, you got to try. Every year we want the team, try to see if we could get a few more people on the team, try to climb maybe another number up the team ladder.
Right. Yeah, because I didn't really participate too much last year because I had a lot going on. But this year I was trying something new and trying the whole persona thing throughout the year. And then in November I was going to do kind of a barbecue. And I don't because I don't think I can do the 24-hour anymore. I tried that in 2016 for the last time, and it was just too much. So, and then in latter 2016, I did 2 12s and for a weekend, and technically it's 24 hours, not in a row, but it's like, and Extra Life isn't going to be like, we're banning you from Extra Life for life, 24 or nothing,
I tried that. It didn't work out.
We tell everybody I'm with the Boston Guild for Extra Life, so we recruit at events. We're at PAX East, and we're at a lot of other cons, Comic-Con and stuff like that. So we always stress to people, if anybody's watching or listening doesn't know, that it's very flexible. You don't have to do 24 hours. You can do 2 12-hour shifts. You can do 4 8-hour shifts. It's really kind of an agreement between you and the people who are donating to you, whether you're doing anything or whether you're doing a marathon. Mm-hmm. Those of us that have been doing it for a while take it as a challenge to do the 24, because what you've seen, Chase, is it's not, everybody says, yeah, play games for 24 hours, no problem, but come like 18 hours in, it's tough to keep your eyes open.
And it's harder to do when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Or it's like you and another person. Like if you do like how the Game Enthuse, crew do, they all get together at somebody's house and like they just kind of rotate and they just kind of do stuff together.
So how I'm doing it now with like inviting people over and we like cooking and shit and you coming down, that I could do the 24. I'm probably, but I just know that when I have done it and it has got some views during the hardest times, which is like 3 a.m, nobody's watching anyway.
Nope.
So it's like, what's the point in a way? You know what I mean? But if I'm having fun and there's people there,
see, that's where you get your hardcore gaming done. That's when, because like for me, when I play games, I'm not talking at all. Like it takes some practice to be able to talk and play at the same time. So at 3:00 in the morning when nobody's around, all right, this is what I'm about to like really do that Destiny grind. Like, all right, let's do this. Like, I gotta focus real hard and try to get the places and do things. But yeah, like during the day, like I may be playing Overwatch or some very public games where I'm having to talk to people. Yeah, like at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's like, all right, that's Destiny time. That's when
I got kind of used to the talking to the person that's not there, because I start doing it and then I actually need to talk to my wife and I start talking to her and then she was like ignoring me and I'm like, she's like, I didn't even know you were talking to me. Say my name or something, because I'm always like, talking like I'm talking to somebody, but I'm not.
Chat,
yeah.
You know what? I learned something a long time ago, right? I was watching this movie, and trust me when I say this, just listen to me, it's going somewhere. I was watching this movie about porn stars. It wasn't a porn movie. It was about the stars and their lives and all that kind of stuff. And this one lady, she started doing that work, and they kept telling her that she needed to talk. And she was like, well, I don't really know what to say. And she said that the most helpful suggestion that she got is just say what's happening. Hey, you know what? And that's what I do. Like when I actually do record videos, I prefer to record videos and then put them out instead of live streaming. It just kind of works better for me. And then my internet is kind of sometimes. I think it's mostly my router though. But I just say what I'm thinking. Like it's just like I take my inner monologue outside.
So you stream like a porn star.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him to cite his source, so I can go do my own personal research on the subject matter. Because if I were to go also give it's great advice, but when I go and give the same advice, I want to make sure that I can like say, all right, I watch Diaries of a Porn Star. It was like on hour 2. Minute 5 when she had this great revelation about being the best porn star she could actually be. It was fantastic. It moved me inside. Who knew that just spreading the cheeks wide and actually saying what was happening was going to make me the best streamer out there?
Ow, that hurt. Amazing. I pulled my beard.
I believe the movie is called After Porn Ends, and it is available on Netflix.
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that on Netflix. It was some time ago.
I've seen more than one. Like there's a bunch of them on Amazon for some reason. The Amazon streaming services is just movies about porn stars, but not porn movies.
And see, people talking about cutting out Amazon Prime. That's a good reason to keep it.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not
motivational movies about porn and talk.
But like it's a documentary. It's not really like, you know what I mean. Like it's not a still life. You know what I'm saying? It's a documentary about the still life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so now that you say it. Like I was just hoping they were just motivational tapes, but I'm talking about they documentaries.
I don't know about how motivational it is. Like
you just dropped dropped fire information just now. I feel like it was so motivational. I feel like that part was the world like a porn star.
That part was informational, but like unless you're really slinging that meat like that, like do you really want it to be like instructional?
Hey, I wanted to be like best stream ever, man. Like, look, I just was like, yo, they just hit me, like he just hit me with that, just metaphorical one. Like, damn, like I want to watch this stream forever now.
So, what you been playing, Scar?
No, why don't you let them go first? I actually did play a couple games outside of Killing Floor, but I'm gonna I want to know what they've been playing first.
Well, let's see. I've been playing some Overwatch, of course.
I don't get Overwatch. I don't get it.
No, nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to ever get it. Let me have this.
Okay, fine. You can have it.
But yeah, so Overwatch, Ghost Recon's Wildlands.
Are you still terrible at Wildlands?
Of course, I'm the worst. Bolivia will never be liberated from Santa Blanca if I have anything to do with it.
You need some friends.
No, actually, no. Last time I played with friends,
last time I played one other human.
Last time I played with friends, he landed a helicopter on top of my head.
That happens.
Yeah,
that's a reason to go at it alone, I guess.
Yeah, my AI guys are amazing.
Was I with you guys? Oh yeah, I was in the stream when you guys were talking about the dude and his little fetish or whatever in that game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let me let this cat out real quick.
I'm behind on the show. I'm behind on the show. But, okay, so you have to explain because I'm behind on the show.
One of the missions of Wildlands involves a politician who is, sleeping with a prostitute.
Okay.
And she was like, all right, so you've been a bad boy. Tell me what you've done bad. So the prostitute told, I stole a cat's leg. And they were like, what? She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, it's this cat's prosthetic leg. I took it away and I just threw it away. So the cat's on 3 legs now. And he was just apparently getting off on the fact that he took the prosthetic leg from the cat.
What?
But the game glitched, right? So the audio played again while we were all in the car driving away from the mission. So it sounded like, because like I said, it was my drone was recording that footage in the game. So it sounded like the 2 guys in the back seat were watching the recorded footage again. As I was driving away. What? Hey, oh my god! So now I got to go and watch the back seat of this car, or destroy it in a fire, as I've been known to do with other vehicles. Then I realized I was king shaming not only the politician but 2 of the operators in the back seat who were clearly fact-picking with the because they were actively talking about we should totally record this and have it back at the base. No, nobody wants this.
Yeah, it is Wildlands.
Yeah, it is wild. It is wild out there.
Are you liking it, Marcus? The story and everything?
The story, maybe not so much. I'm not paying much attention to it. It's just the hilarity that I'm having in that game because the glitch, for one, it just glitches way too much to where things.
I noticed that hilarious. In the beta because when I was playing the beta, I was like, man, this is hot trash. Because I was like, I could.
No, the moment you know that game is hot trash in the beta is the moment you got to fly that helicopter.
Yes.
I was on a motorcycle, dude. And I was like, there was one time I hit a rock and I went flying into space, man. Or something. No,
I hit a rock and went underneath the map.
Oh, you did?
Fell through the map.
I came across a car.
In the beta.
I came across a car, this is in the full release game, recently. A car was vertical and half of it was underneath the road. I had to stop and say, ma'am, excuse me, are you okay? Please, can you please? Oh, wait, Santa Blanca's on the way. Ma'am, I hope you are all right. I gotta run. Just everything will be okay. We will liberate you guys and we'll have all working cars.
Do you got a cell phone?
No, they do not. In Bolivia, no. Not this part.
Why are you trying to say people in Bolivia ain't got cell phones? Is that what you just said?
This game takes place in the mountains. Ain't nobody up there got a damn cell phone.
The chick might have a sat phone. You don't know.
Nah.
Fine.
Man, I think if the bad guys are communicating over a loudspeaker,
yes.
If I can shoot out a loudspeaker and no reinforcements are coming, as if no radios or cell phones exist, yeah, I know they ain't got shit up there. It's not like we in La Paz. I think La Paz is in Bolivia. I don't know. Also thought that
I'm a stupid American. You start naming places, and I'm just kind of like.
I thought Prague was in France at one point. So yeah, I don't know.
I know Prague.
I put cities and countries.
I know Prague is somewhere. I can't tell you exactly where. I know that's where they shoot movies like Underworld and stuff like that because it's cheap to film movies in Prague. But that's all I really know about Prague.
If I'm not mistaken, it is actually in the Czech Republic.
Okay,
I got checked. I got checked on that in chat once. I forgot what I was playing. It had to have been a racing game if I was talking about Prague.
Racing games are so boring. I don't understand how people can play a lot of racing games. I never understood this. It's just especially if they're racing games, not like Forza Motorsport is more boring to me than Horizon would be.
Okay. Would you play Horizon though?
Like if we had a game night, yes, you would.
I own like 3 Horizon games. Like
The
for
Horizon
real,
games are amazing.
I own them. I can tell you, out of all 3, I may have played an hour of the first one.
Well, they're so
and I
great
have not touched the others.
They're so
at
great
all.
for game nights because you just all get together and just do challenges and stuff. It's kind of like what you did in like Burnout Paradise, you know. It's like,
But I hate Burnout Paradise.
What? Nobody
I hate
says
Burnout.
that.
I hate Burnout Paradise. I'm a Burnout Revenge man. You know
I
what I'm
was gonna
saying?
say,
we had one of my favorite
I want
extra
my
life times was when
tracks to be,
we did the
I want my
Burnout
tracks
thing.
to be defined. I want
yeah, that was a
arrows.
pain in the ass.
I want arrows. You know what I'm saying? I want something to block off where I'm. You know what I mean? Like real. Like I don't.
But
want
you
no,
just said
I don't want no open world.
You just said that Motorsport is boring, but Horizon is not.
And then I also said that I've only played about an hour of Horizon.
But
between
what you said about
that I own.
Burnout is like the same thing. Wouldn't Revenge be boring and Paradise be not?
No, because it's crashes.
There's crashes in Paradise.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I've been hearing the same argument too. Apparently, Revenge is better than Paradise. I think
personally,
I think this is the nostalgia talking with you.
Personally, the most fun that I had with a Burnout game was 3, but that was mostly because of the crash mode. You know
There's
what I'm saying?
crash mode in Paradise.
It's not the same.
It's because of nostalgia, man. It's talking.
It's not the same.
See,
it's on your shoulder.
Game.
Like I had
That nostalgia is like giving you little neck kisses.
I'm not very nostalgic. I'm just saying I didn't like, and I own Paradise on like 3 different platforms, and I just can't roll with it, dog.
Oh, sure. Paradise for PC just
but there's
came
tires.
out.
I mean, you can roll with it.
They did a remaster at some point.
They're cars.
Yeah, I think it just came on a PC this week. I should pick that up.
I had the original PC version of Paradise. They gave it to me for free. When I bought.
Yeah, that's
my
what we
Alpha.
did about 2 years ago with Good for Gaming. That was a really good. That was my favorite.
It was once we got it going, but the servers were long gone for the game, so it was a huge pain in the ass to get everybody in and connected. And the game for me was crashing constantly. It was not easy.
Right. But once we got it going, it was
would
fun.
work better.
EA and their servers, bro. Like,
because that's what I was saying, man. That I didn't think that the servers were still up. I remember we were talking about that in a previous podcast.
yeah, how does EA always mess up the servers? Like always, like for the first, but like how do you not allocate at least some
plan,
servers for the launch of your game? Like I get it. Like over time, you got to take more and more servers off as your population decreases or whatever. But like for an EA game, the first week of that EA game, the online portion is not going to work, or it's not going to work very well.
That's almost everybody at this point.
No, really? You think so?
Activision.
Did you have any?
I don't know, man.
I ain't had no problems with either Destiny.
Because I love Battlefield 3.
I was going to say Destiny.
I was a big Battlefield 3 fan, but that first week was hot garbage. I mean, I would get in there and I would shoot across the map. I'd stop and then I'd go pew like rubber band, and I was like, I just had to stop playing and play again once they fixed that shit.
And then you got hit by a sniper from the other side of the map that you had just spawned, and then it made the whole game not fun.
But once they fixed it, it was greatness. But
I hate Battlefield so much.
He does, but I love it.
I love that. I love that. I'm with you. I love Battlefield series.
I'd rather just play Call of Duty and actually have some fun.
You can't spell Call of Duty with fun. It's not even the same letters.
There's a U.
Yeah, there is.
And there's an F.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no N, so there was no fun in Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's just a big
You
F
just
you.
proved it. Yeah, it's a big F you.
I mean, I could probably
I've said F you a few times playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, so like if I do like the subtitle, I might find some ends. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you would, yeah.
Yeah. I never played with Game Chat.
Warfare, Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, see, there's ends when you do the thing. You know?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Game Chat. That would be ends in Game Chat, but that's what I thought you meant.
Probably there too.
Just a few.
Those guys get banned though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else? Are you still on what you've been playing, Marcus?
Oh, that was it though.
Okay.
I've only been play. I mean, I play on stream, so those are like the only 2 games I've been playing.
Okay. Davis, on you, brother.
So I've been playing some Overwatch. Marcus will approve. I have tried to learn how to play Diva. My Lucio is okay. Junkrat I can do. Outside of that, I suck really bad. So it's not my favorite game, but I tried to get good for the tournament we had, and
no matter what you say about Overwatch, Scar, you gotta admit that it's better than someone playing Fortnite, right? Am I right? Am I right?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Am I right?
I understand Overwatch. I just know it's not a game for me. I don't understand Fortnite.
Those servers were good on day 1, by the way.
I don't understand Fortnite.
Are we talking Overwatch or Fortnite?
Yes, Overwatch, the servers were good day 1.
I don't get Fortnite or PUBG. Like, I don't get those kind of games where, like, I get into a match and if I die early, all right, go ahead and just restart another match. Bruh, really? Like, I can't even finish? I can't finish. Like, are you saying I can't finish?
You're done.
I can't finish. Like, I'm done. Like,
now you feel like what it feels like to be a woman.
If I could drop this mic, I would drop it. I'm gonna drop
Don't
it right
drop that. That's expensive.
Look, it's just like it's just
a cheap one here.
I just got here. He popped off. Now I'm done. Like I ain't even get to pop off myself. I understand. There's a connection there. I see.
Like you try, and then it's done. It's over. Like, man, where did that go?
I'm an old guy, so I grew up playing arena shooters, UT and Quake. If I had my choice, that's the type of game I would play. I don't get hero shooters. There's too many variables, and I'm used to games where everybody has access to the same abilities, the same weapons. So to me, Overwatch was really foreign because everybody's like, well, there's a counter for every character. We played in the tournament. I was amazed at how much strategy the people who knew what they were doing were talking about character selection every round and whether you're attacking and whether you're defending. There's a lot of mental exercise to the game that if you don't play it, you don't realize. The people who are good at it, they have to put in a lot of work, I think, to get good at it.
I think the people on the inside call that the meta.
Yeah,
is that what it is? So I played that. I've been trying to stream on our channel on Friday nights for our community game night. So before we started practicing for the Overwatch tournament, we were playing, and this one might be one, Scars into Iron Sight. It's a free-to-play shooter, very much like older Call of Duties. None of that wall-running bullshit or jump jets or any of that crap. But
that sounds like something I can get with.
We picked it because it's free to play, so we can do, and it allows custom matches, although you don't get in-game currency.
Quick question though: what time frame is this take place in?
I guess
it's not World War II, is it?
No, it's modern. It's
okay.
Modern shit.
It's a name like Iron Sight does sound kind of World War II-ish.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
But we've had a lot of fun since we're trying to pick some free games, so anybody in the community can just download it and join us on any given night that we play. And like I said, you can do custom matches in it. So I think you could do, I don't remember if it's 5. It's weird. You can only have a party of 5, but the teams are actually 6-on-6. Don't ask me.
What times is that? I'm normally working Friday nights, but I would like to get in on that.
I start streaming around 10 p.m. Eastern, so we usually play like 10 to midnight, 10 to 1 in the morning, something like that.
I should be off by then, yeah. I might hit you try to get in some Iron Sights.
I'll send you a reminder. The only other
this is on PC.
Yeah.
Yep. Not your thing.
The requirements aren't that bad though.
I mean, I play for the most part.
You can use this amongst friends.
Yeah, but the only game that I play that's like a shooter or something like that on PC is Killing Floor. Like I don't really play the rest of the games I play on PC is like RimWorld, Prison Architect.
Oh, speaking of Killing Floor, before I forget it, I found it's still not lightning fast, but it's faster than we've had it before. If you go in Steam and you right click and go to the launch options, you type like -- no intro movies or something like that, it loads faster.
Thank goodness, because trying to start Killing Floor on PC is like, you know what? I'm gonna double click this icon, and I'm gonna go make dinner.
Are you guys playing 2 or the first one?
2.
2.
2.
I mean, what
my mouse and keyboard skills is not what they used to be.
I mean, is it just like taking forever to load?
Yeah, because you with me, sometimes I have to boot it up. It will say it's loading. I have to Control Alt Delete, close it out, and then load it again, and then it will try to load, and then it'll load.
You got any SSDs around?
I got an SSD. That's the only.
Wow.
That's the only.
Do you think I have the kind of money for a SSD? I'm still rocking a Blue Snowball.
I mean, they're not that expensive.
I don't have a $200 microphone, Marcus.
An SSD is not that expensive to put games on.
I was about to call you me. I was about to say Michael. I was like really? That was about to be a real
Projecting much, are we?
Yeah, projecting a lot actually. But
SSDs are not really that expensive, especially if you're going to put like an OS.
Well, I don't
like
put my games on my SSD. I just boot my system on it. I should.
If you put like a couple of games that you normally play on your SSD, it should improve that.
Okay.
Like for me,
but I do know that if you Google Killing Floor 2 boot, you'll have all kinds of threads talking about that shit.
I don't like messing with this stuff. I bought a HP from Walmart, so I wouldn't have to mess with this stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, see, I was talking to somebody. We were talking about the Steam on Linux stuff today. I was like, like we were talking about like, all right, will this bring people to Linux finally? Because like the last holdout we had was gaming. Like now that's not an issue, we can all move. Listen, no, because one thing I realized when I started PC gaming is not everybody is a PC enthusiast when they PC game.
Right.
Like that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in these past 2 years. That's
the reason why my first gaming PC was my Alienware Alpha. I wanted something that just and
it's foreign to me. Like I don't know. Like for me, I feel like PC games are all right. You get your components, you know what everything is, and you build that shit. Nope. But then I realized like Best Buy apparently just makes the process so easy. It's like,
I bought this computer. It was a holdover from the Black Friday sales. It was on sale. It was like $500. Got a 1060 in this bastard. You know what I mean? Like, all of the things that I need to play the games that I play. Cause like I said, I don't really need like super high end, 1080 Ti graphics card to play Prison Architect.
Well, I don't need super high end because all I really care about is 1080 60. I got a 60 hertz monitor, so I don't really need 4K. I don't really need 144 frames per second because 1080 60 is all I'm going to see. Even if it goes, because like
I saw that look, Marcus. As soon as you said I don't need 4K and all that other stuff, he was like peasant.
I mean, all I have are 1080p monitors in here. I mean, I've got 4 of them, but
because I run most of my
most
of my games are.
You know what I'm saying?
That 4 1080s.
That checks out. I think that does check out. But they're all of different sizes. Like there's 2 27 inches, a 24, and a 42. So
I think the difference, Marcus, is back in the day we would build them because it was way cheaper to do it that way.
I think so.
So you had to learn, and right now it ain't cheaper to buy your components because the video cards are just insane.
Well, the video card prices are going down. The thing I've noticed is the issue now is memory.
Yeah, memory's up
because
video cards are coming down.
This is making your memory prices really expensive. And as much as, yes, I love mine, it's so precious and it's so fast and I love it and it's very thin, but I can't buy memory now.
And I know Scar doesn't want to talk politics anymore, but you're talking at work, like all these changes to trade and tariffs coming up, all that stuff is made obviously overseas in Asia.
Yeah.
So how much can we count on the prices not going insane when we're charging a lot of tariffs on everything that China imports?
And then, they talked about that at work when they were talking about Harley Davidson having to cut back on their stuff because of the trade war. Everything is a war. The trade war.
It's so much more dramatic when it's a war.
It is. But it could be equally as stupid like the console war.
Podcast war.
That's right. That's right. This part's going down. I'm only on this show to tell you that Scar Captain's going down. Not your friends are going to take it over. Yeah.
But look, both me and Chase have been trying to be on Nacho Friends for like how long, and we don't get invites to the show
because we're not your friends.
Your mans and them didn't even show up for the show, and we didn't even get a call.
2/3 of us have approved this. We're still waiting on the holdout. Left Shark is really tough to convince.
Okay, yeah, because we haven't had Left Shark on because we had Right Shark on.
She likes it to be like a close-knit group of friends. When I've introduced other people, I don't know. I thought this was just going to be a show with the three of us. I don't know about anybody else. It's like, okay. I mean, I get it. I get why, but yeah, she's just
all right. It is a close-knit
family. This is how you introduce me to that mix. To say, okay, basically, Scarfinger is me with no shame.
I have no shame either.
No.
Episode of Not Your Friends? Have you not listened to an episode of Not Your Friends?
I really have no shame. Like, and I'm willing to tell you.
I feel like, yeah, just listen to the rest of the show. There's no shame. Okay. None at all. This is a subdued me.
Yeah, it's because all right. So I can't listen to podcasts at work anymore. So the last show that I listened to was Titty Meat 2.
That should tell you something
because I was actually there live for Titty Meat 2.
But that should tell you something. That's a show we're doing.
You should have been on the show or at the show that I was there live for. The last one was the one where Cat was sick. That was something else. Like, holy shit.
You know what? Me being sick is the reason why I'm a podcaster, actually.
Me being sick is why I'm not in a damn marching band anymore. Oh, no. I have pneumonia.
Damn it. They did a preseason HBCU marching band poll, and they did a top 25. A&T is number 1. What's up, Jay?
Yes,
hey.
Is he raising his hand?
Yeah.
Like, he's the host of the show. Like, yes, question in the back, sir. Uh-huh. Yes, host of this podcast.
He done lost control.
We started talking about all kinds of stuff, and Dave never finished his games.
Well, I mentioned Overwatch. I mentioned Iron Sight. You guys maybe check that out. Come play with us. The only other one I played is my comfort game, One Finger Death Punch. Any of you guys know that one? Marcus doesn't like it.
I've heard of it.
I don't like One Finger Death Punch. What are you talking about?
I see you clapping over there.
Clapping means I don't like it.
over on our Discord, we came up with an idea for some Extra Life tournament. So within the team, we do a $5 tournament. Anybody that wants to play has to put up $5, and then we pick a game that everybody can play and score chase, and then we give it a time frame. And at the end,
get to score me.
Whoever has, the top score gets so much of the pot, and second place and third place get some amount. So we did one for One Finger Death Punch. So I had to play a bunch of that to chase people who were beating me in survival mode. And I went up in third, which isn't bad.
Nice. It's not bad. It just means you're the second loser.
Yeah. I got money, though.
Well, before we get into our games, let me, before I forget, this is the only reason I'm doing this, is we had a question of the month. We did. For the listeners, or the viewers of this podcast. And it was, what is your guilty pleasure game? I changed it to guilty pleasure game because every time I asked the actual question, which was, what is a game that you play that you're ashamed of? Like, everyone was like, I ain't ashamed of shit. So I said, what is your guilty pleasure game? And then it got more responses. And Mach 20...
It's all the wording.
Yeah. Mach 20 says that it's Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City and BioShock 2.
BioShock 2...
I heard Minerva's Den was good.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I heard good things about Minerva's Den, but the regular game, no.
I'm just not a big fan of BioShock.
As a whole?
Yeah. For me, it seems very moody.
This is my chance to be offended. Sir.
It's very moody.
We found one that Scar likes.
Yeah, see, I like stuff. People always think that I'm a hater, and I hate on everybody else.
I wasn't sure. Well, yeah. Call of Duty, and now, okay. Well, we got two.
No, Battlefield. Battlefield is the one that I hate.
No, yeah, but you like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I like Call of Duty. And BioShock 1, and I really liked Infinite. I played Infinite twice.
I like Infinite as well.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
I
seemed
think
very moody and
BioShock 2 mechanically is a really good game, but the story and like everything is like, I'm going to take the whole atmosphere of the first one and just do that again, but with a female bad guy, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there are some pretty cool parts where you're playing the little sister, and like it goes into what they actually see, and it's actually not when they're like all like, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. You know, they see like angels and shit and flowers, which was actually kind of, you know, fucking depressing.
You know, it's kind of like KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 is not nearly as good of a game as the first one, but mechanically, how it plays and everything is so much better.
It has
So
controller
much better.
support on PC.
It does. I wish they have controller support for one on PC.
Yeah, I do too.
Then I will actually play it because I bought it in the Steam sale a long time ago.
I replayed some of KOTOR 1 on just to see how it played on my PC and stuff. And that first guy you meet, fucking Caden.
It is Caden. It's the same voice actor. the same guy who plays what's his name, Karth.
Yeah.
Karth and Caden have the same voice actor.
Yeah. Because when I first played it, I didn't play Mass Effect, right? So when I played it again, I was like, holy shit, that's Caden.
Yes, that is Caden.
Yeah.
He's just basically Star Wars Caden.
But yeah,
Equally as useless.
But yeah, some of the Nacho Friends said, Jay Duke said that his guilty pleasure game was Earth Defense Force, any of them.
I've heard good things. I've never played one, but I've heard good things.
It's super stupid, but it's super fun. You're killing bugs with friends, and it's super Japanese. Kat said The Sims, like, on an unhealthy level to where she has to, like get permission to buy shit.
Yeah, my daughter is about that life. She keeps running into problems trying to play The Sims now because I have the alpha that I gave to her plugged into a 720p TV, but the NVIDIA thing keeps optimizing it for as high as it can go, and it keeps turning it back to 1080p, and then the shit don't work, and we have to keep going back into the NVIDIA settings and changing it back. So
can't you just turn off the auto optimizations?
I found no setting where I can turn off the auto optimization.
Let's see.
And I don't really want to try that hard because I don't give a shit. I'm not on a 720p TV.
It's probably going to be like a reg edit you got to do to shut it off if it's not a checkbox that you can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there actually is no way to turn this off. What?
See,
what is this?
I told you.
What
What did I tell you?
garbage.
I told you. I went through all of those settings and there was nothing to turn it on.
Like it says features, game optimization ready. There's like a little drop down, but there's
nothing to do anything.
Wow.
The only thing they have under there is basically your PC stats.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else there.
or the requirements needed to get it to run.
Right.
It's so
there's nothing else
dumb.
there.
And it should be smart enough to see what the capabilities of the display are that you have attached, and not try to turn it higher than the display can handle.
Right.
That's a dumb
It
setup.
should, but
It obviously don't.
Yeah, my daughter is about that Sims life. She is trying to convince me she wants to give me money so that I can put an update to The Sims on my card. But I won't let her.
what do you? Come on, man.
Remember, the Sims, like people talk about Battlefront.
That's a long conversation.
People talking about Destiny. People talk about, whatever about. Dude, the Sims have so many DLCs and they're all like $20 each.
That's why you wait for them sales, or you go to CD Keys. CD Keys, you can get some codes for like crazy prices.
See, parts of me feel like people forget what expansions were like in the old PC days. Like I wasn't a part of like the old PC game days, but I know like expansions for games were like just as important as the games themselves.
But see, here's the problem with The Sims, because like you have like expansions like dogs and cats, right? But then you have stuff packs, which are separate from those, where you get more stuff to put in your house and like more clothes and all of that kind of stuff that's not included in the expansion pack.
See, I'm
So,
gonna like the Sims Broke Boy edition.
Yeah, you get Sims, you get the Sims Parenthood, and it's like that's great. And then there's a stuff pack for like kids things.
I need like the Sims Hood edition.
Yeah, see,
like you just get the milk crate and a lawn chair and like an old boob tube TV. It's like, yep, this is my life now. Like you can see, like you get like your phone. Like it's like a cracked old iPhone 3G, and it's like you just look at it as you look at all your friends being successful, and you just like, yo, damn.
It's kind of like
all I'm having for ravioli tonight.
It's kind of like the beginning of Grand Theft Auto 4.
But it just never leaves that.
I kind of watched someone play through Grand Theft Auto 4 because I didn't want to do that myself with the horrible driving physics in that game. So I just watched someone play through the game, and like you start with this crummy old like whack phone, and then eventually you kind of get better phones over the course of the game. But like it's like really really shitty phone. Like that shit still has a keypad. Like when you first get it, shit still got a keypad, bro.
But see, that's why I want the Sim. That's what I want from a Sims expansion. Like, just you don't go any higher than this. Like, no matter how hard you try, it's like the system is designed to just make sure you don't succeed. Like, you should get a job. Oh no, but you don't have a cell phone with an alarm clock, so you keep waking up late, and you lost your job again. And you need to get better clothes to go on job interviews, but because you don't have a job, because you don't have any money,
someone at Telltale should get on that.
The story of the Sims,
right?
The tales from the Sims.
Bruh, can you at least mute your microphone? Okay, fine. Okay, you know what I think Telltale should do, and then I'll go into my games. Did you finish all of the listener responses for the question?
No, let me get to some more. Okay. I was going to let
Telltale should make a Voltron game.
Marcus, what was your guilty pleasure game? Because it's right here. I want to see if you remember.
It was One Finger Death Punch.
That's what it was.
Because then I went back and downloaded it and played it.
Good answer.
The game was amazing.
And they're working on 2 right now. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So then it'd be Two Finger Death Punch.
Oh. We get 2 mice. And like, all right, let's do this.
Then it's gonna be 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink punch.
Hey, hey, that's where that documentary will come in handy. I'm gonna be the best streamer. Hey.
But yeah, and not the last answer, but Amber also said The Sims. She always goes back to The Sims, and like she'll be playing, something hardcore like Mass Effect or Destiny, but she'll want to just make a house in The Sims, make a family.
You need that decompression game. Like everything is so intense nowadays. You just need that one game. So, all right, like,
yeah, that's what I was saying about like when you're playing like a super long RPG that's like 90 hours or like 200 hours. A lot of that is like decompression time. Like if you're playing a 5-hour like Call of Duty campaign, like 20 minutes of that game is like 5 hours of like Skyrim. You know what I mean? Because it's your own. So you have like I can't just sit here and play 5 hours of a Call of Duty just like right in the row, because I felt that with Vanquish. It took me like 2 weeks to finish Vanquish because like I would play like a mission or 2 and then I'll be done. I'm done with like just killing robots and like being in this super frantic on time. But yeah, our last answer came from Meef J. He said that his guilty pleasure game is Far Cry 5. Because he can make a bear maul someone, or light a whole outpost on fire, or just cause explosions and Monopoly plus.
That doesn't seem very Christian to me.
Because it's easier to pass a controller than count all that dang money for the kids.
I'm a Christian and everything, but I can make a bear maul somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't seem very Christian to you, boy.
It's virtual.
No, it's still the same thing. Like,
it's not the same thing.
I'm pretty sure that there is something, I'm pretty sure there's something in the Bible that says the thing that you envision is just as bad as the thing that you actually did.
Man,
like coveting. You know what I mean? Like coveting. Coveting is not actually cheating. It's like you really thought about it, but like.
You're getting into those freaking video games are like the true evil. Like Dungeons and Dragons are like sex parties and shit.
No, actually,
I mean,
no.
wait. They're not? Damn it. That explains a lot now.
No, it's just dice and math.
Yeah, I don't really want to do no
thought
math.
they were
Don't sound fun at all.
That
No,
must be why they really looked at me funny when I stuck it in weird places.
I got a sword. It's kind of blunt and flesh colored.
Plus 20 to charisma.
Net 20. Yes.
Okay.
That's not what you meant by maxing out? Damn.
So yours was One Finger Death Punch. Dave, did you say what your guilty pleasure game is?
One Finger Death Punch has been it lately. Sometimes I like to go back and play Quake 3, just because it's fun and mindless, same kind of thing. I don't have to do a lot of thinking. You just run around and shoot stuff. But One Finger Death Punch lately is the one I will always go back to because it's hella fun.
Word up.
Well, another friend of mine did say
Chase.
say honey pop, but he said that he ain't guilty of it and he ain't ashamed. So, but I'm just gonna mention it anyway.
I do have the honeycam. I think I do have the honeycam because I know Pimp was like all about that game for a little bit, and I bought it for like $2 from Humble, I think.
I bought the bundle because I really wanted to see how I would feel about myself after I did it.
Okay, here's the thing about honeycam. Honeycam itself isn't really that bad. It's not that bad. There are some pictures and stuff of them, like they're scantily clad, they're not naked, but you don't want anybody to listen to you play it. How about that? Like,
I'm playing it all full blast.
No,
I really want my wife to run it here.
Yeah, keep your headphones on, Doug, or you could cause all the problems. And I know your wife is not having that.
What are you talking about? You don't know what goes on here.
I like the look.
Yeah.
He seems to think he does.
He thinks he does. Like, he doesn't, like, look, I'll just go install it right now. I got this AT&T Fiber. We'll be here in like 2 seconds. We could test this theory out right now.
Is she going to come in and just like slap the headphones right off him, Scar? Is that what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, if it's playing on the TV, like, there's no, like, she can just hear from the other room. Like, shoot, I'll just turn on Pornhub right now and see what happens.
Well, once we get to what we're watching, like, I have something to talk about.
I don't think we're going to have time for what we're watching.
We have time.
No, you keep stopping us from talking about what we've been playing, and I ain't even talking about
I ain't stopping shit. You're like going off on tangents, and I'm like raising my hands. Come on, guys.
All right, so
we don't know what that means.
My guilty pleasures. My guilty pleasures. One is NCAA football 14. Is not really a guilty pleasure, but the fact that I'm still playing this game from 2013, makes it that way. Prison Architect is one for me. It's a game that not too many people know about, and then when you think, the name doesn't really sound like something that would be like any way appealing to play, and which makes it very frustrating for people who are opposed to things like the death penalty. When you first start the game, you have to participate in executing someone. Yeah, and you have to design the room to execute someone, like when the game first starts.
Sounds
like
relaxing.
The first tutorial mission, but the rest of it is just building a prison and maintaining a prison, which doesn't have, the management aspect of it works for me. I don't really get too deep into like their lives, like, and then I would say a game that I haven't played in a while, but I love this game and no one has ever heard of it. It's a game called Raises Hell. It came out a long time ago. It was a budget title, and it is basically your character is a monster, and his world is being invaded by these. What the fuck's going on with Chase?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He heard something we didn't, I think. I
his world is being invaded by these things that are basically the cross between like they're kind of like Care Bears, but they are like the militaristic force. And how you play this game is you basically kind of inhale flowers in different plants, and the different plants act as different guns.
I think I remember you telling me about
So
this.
you basically he's inhaling this stuff to spit it out. So when he spits it out, it's like a different gun. Like the red one is like a machine gun, the yellow one is like a rifle. You know what I mean? Like the blue one is like it's like a rocket launcher or stuff like that. But he's inhaling these plants and spitting them back out like a gun. And how you get your health back is like when you kill one of these little like Care Bear type things, you have to take your claw arm, bash it to pieces, and suck up the giblets in order to get your health back.
Makes perfect sense. I can picture it.
Dude, you high?
No, it's this game. What's going? I don't know what's going on with Chase. Like, I have no idea what's.
The question applies to him too.
I think they should put it. I think they should put that game in Game Pass. Like, I think more people need access to this game. It's a really.
No, I have Game Pass.
But see,
I'm going to vote and say no.
Here's the thing: if you pay attention, the whole thing about the Care Bear things, invading this monster space and trying to displace the monsters is a metaphor for the United States military. How they try to look like Care Bears, but are really evil, and the people that we make to look evil are actually the heroes of their story.
Oh, that just sounds like gentrification, but okay. I mean, we can go with yours too.
Yeah. This was like pre when gentrification became a gentrification. You know, like, this game is old. Like Raising Hell is like super old.
Why am I getting messages?
What the fuck, Chase?
Giving me messages.
Like seriously, come back. I don't know where you were, but come back. I have played in the past week or so. I have played some Mass Effect 1, which I realized that I don't really like Mass Effect 1 as much as I used to. You spend way too much time in the menus, and I just want to play a game.
It was an RPG. What do you expect?
Yeah, but like the others are RPGs too.
Yeah, back when Americans realized, oh wait, we don't like RPGs. Let's not do this.
Yeah, and you know what? I guess I'm a stupid American. Like, I do not like one anymore at all. And then I have played some Saints Row, the first one. I love Saints Row. I love that series until 4. Like 4 was just, into it. 4 was just not. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get into Saints Row. I was like, yeah, this is too like playing Saints Row 1. I was like, okay, yeah, this is clearly in GTA clone, a terrible one. But then I played the third, and then it's like, all right, no, I'm kind of feeling this up until the zombie bit, and it's like, all right, I'm really sick of the zombies, and now I just don't play this. 2 is the best one. It was 2 was like, we took ourselves way too seriously in the first game, so let's just do stupid stuff. I see her. It's like, let's just do stupid stuff, like have you hijack a sewage truck and spray shit on people. Like, let's just do that. So 2 is where it really becomes, where it comes into its own. 3 was just a refinement on 2, but they narrowed the focus a little bit more to whereas it wasn't necessarily the same. 2 is the best one so far. And then, of course, I played a crap ton of Killing Floor, which is always my go-to game these days. It's just more Killing Floor. I've talked about it enough. There's really no need to say anything else.
Other than your hate for Berserker.
Yeah, I tried the Berserker class, and I don't like it. When you're a low-level Berserker and you don't have the extra skills, like your health automatically regenerating and stuff like that, that is a very frustrating class to play. The Berserker uses mostly hand-to-hand weapons, swords, axes, a sledgehammer that you put shotgun shells in.
Sounds cool.
It sounds cool until you realize that you're so low level that none of this stuff matters because you're probably going to die soon.
Sounds like a metaphor for life.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Chase. Stop paying attention to the chat.
She said berserk.
Yeah, but she could have just said that. Like, physically just said it because she's right there. We just saw her.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing some Destiny 2 with my brother on Xbox. he actually picked the game up for me on Xbox because he was like, I want to play a game with you. What game you play? I know you play Destiny, right? I was like, well, sometimes, yeah. He was like, all right, I got it for Xbox. And I was like, well, I got it for PlayStation. And I was like, well, okay. And he gifted it to me on PlayStation or on Xbox because it was like $20 for like everything. Well, except for what's coming out this September or whatever. So we've been playing that very slowly, which is cool because we're never running out of anything to do because we're playing like one day a week or whatever. So it's just something for us to do and something for us to just hang out and just mindlessly shoot shit. And going through the story with someone is cool because Destiny 2 story actually was pretty decent, I think. Yeah, I think
so. There was a story there. Mm-hmm. And you didn't have to go outside of the game to find it, like the first game. So I dug it. I finished it twice.
And I've also been playing Tales of Berseria because it just unlocked on my Humble Bundle. I got Tales of Berseria and Sniper Elite 4 for $12.
But see, here's the thing about Sniper Elite.
Wait, Sniper Elite 4 is in the Humble Monthly?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
That's a $60 game.
The cool thing when you shoot somebody and it shows you the X-ray and like shit blowing up inside of people, that all looks cool. The rest of the game doesn't look as cool.
But you're a sniper. Like, what else is there to do?
Yeah, it's co-op and shit. Like, you can blow. There was in Sniper Elite V2. I shot a dude in the eye, and he was prone, so it went through all of his organs and came out of his asshole.
See, like
game of the year,
that's
10
the cool
out of
part.
10.
That's the cool part. But like getting into your sniper
that's the
position,
only part that you
having
need.
Somebody get close to you, like that's like, come on, man. Like I don't want to do all this shit. I just want to set up as a sniper, and I want to get the cool.
You're a
look.
sniper. You don't need to be close.
I saw somebody play the game, and somebody tried to roll up on somebody, and you know, because you're a sniper, like you can't really do anything if somebody.
You have a little submachine gun if people like roll up on you.
Yeah, but that ain't really the same thing, is it?
But if it happens,
it's called Sniper Elite. Why are you that close?
That's what I'm saying.
You play the game to feel like a god. You're a god among men with the long-barreled sniper rifle, just raining fire from on high.
Yeah, you call me the Sniper Elite. Like I'm an elite sniper. Why do I have an
look
SMG?
At the chat? Don't even look at the chat.
I can't even see.
I think she be telling on Chase, man. Like, she be telling on Chase.
But yeah, I played that. It's really pretty. It's a good game. Tales of Berseria, but there's another game called Staxel. But I just gifted that to Amber because I know she's into that farming type stuff. It's some sort of farming game. But all the other shit doesn't unlock until the Humble Monthly is over. So I don't know what I've got also, which is normally something pretty cool because last month I got fucking The Surge, which I heard is like a Dark Souls-esque sci-fi game, which I'm actually
I seen a couple of reviews when it came out, and some people loved it initially, and then it just kind of wore thin after some time. But initially, it was pretty cool.
So, I mean, that's a good deal, man. Like, because it's not like it's better than like the Xbox and PlayStation shit, to where they'll throw in something that's like 1 month they'll like give you something really good, but it might be like 3 years old if you don't have it, and they'll like throw in some like really old shit. But all of a sudden, like they're like, oh yeah, the Humble Monthly is Destiny 2 or Sniper Elite 4, like pretty new games that are like still $60, and you're getting all of them for $12. It's a really good deal. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing, man. I haven't played much because we've been kind of out of town for a while, and yeah,
Did you just lose yourself? You just lost yourself. Just for a moment there, you were just you just lost.
Well, I was thinking about bringing up my Steam because Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered or Remastered, as they like to call it. I started that because I never actually finished Red Faction Guerrilla, and I really like it. So I did.
I played the original on PC,
mm-hmm.
and the only cool thing about it was just trying to see how far you can blow the world up and see how far down it actually went. Like playing the game, I just wanted to blow shit up. Like,
yeah, well, Guerrilla actually has a focus, and like it's cool. And But yeah, that's pretty much been it. Oh, and if you're interested in For Honor on PC, you can download the starter pack for free. And
They just gave it to us on Xbox, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, but on the PC, it's for free forever. So if you're interested in the starter pack, go ahead and add it to your Steam library.
Amber asked, "Who's gonna play the Forsaken DLC for Destiny?"
I will, because I want to play. I love the game. I just take breaks. Like, people are like, "Oh, you're still playing that?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah," because I actually mostly Scar, because I haven't played it in like 6 months. Because someone asked on another podcast, "What is a game to where you were burned when you bought it?" That would be Destiny. But I was pissed off. I did not like the game when I first bought it. But they updated it and kept it going, and I've liked it ever since. And I like Destiny 2 as well. And I'm not a power gamer. I don't try to do everything in 1 week. And I think that's people's problems, is that they try to do everything in 1 week and get all the content, and they realize, hey, I'm not getting content every day. But dude, you're not paying $14 a month subscription fee to an MMO. It's not going to be like that. You're going to have to wait for another expansion, and pay for that. And they'd be pissed about, Forsaken, if I get Forsaken and all the DLC, it's going to be $70. Well, if you pay for WoW, it's like $140 a year, and it's $70 for a year for Destiny. People don't know what they're talking about. I mean, you got to pay for shit.
I like Destiny 2, but they kind of lost me when they had the paid DLC, and they made some of the weeklies required you to have the DLC. That was kind of where they lost me.
Well, that happened in 1 as well, and that happens in pretty much every MMO. I mean, you have to get the
but they keep saying they're not an MMO. So why do you keep doing MMO shit and then saying?
Well, they're not a true MMO. They have MMO parts and they have shooter parts. They're kind of a hodgepodge. So it's not, because it's not truly an MMO, because it's not massively online. Like, if you go in ESO, if we go to the same tree, I'm going to find you if you're on the same server. In Destiny, we're going to have to crew up, because it's instances. It's not a server.
If you say so. I was really into Destiny.
Yeah, gamers, they be PMSing. They be pissed off, bleeding all over everything, and just want to fucking smear that shit all over fucking video games. I'm like, come on, man, don't smear that shit on video games. It's cool. Video games are cool. Let's be friends.
I tried. I couldn't hold that together, man. This copy of Destiny 2 that's more like it. Stick this into our PlayStation Now. See how that works.
Nobody plays PlayStation Now. What are you talking about?
I mean, PlayStation now as in a time frame.
Oh,
not the service. I should try that. Now that I have better internet, I should actually try to stream some shit.
You know what? Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about that Xbox service where you pay a monthly fee and they give you an Xbox Live and Game Pass, and you just pay a subscription for it?
I mean, I thought it was a good idea when they tried that with the Xbox 360. Because, man, I really wanted a new Xbox 360. If this makes getting an Xbox One X a little bit easier, then sure, I'll try it.
It's like $35 a month for 2 years.
See, and that's the thing. I really need to sit down and do the math and figure out if,
as I understand it, the math works out towards it's pretty even.
Then I'll be fine with that. For me, it's just all right.
I'd be cool.
I can afford an Xbox One X, but it's gonna I would have to save and then get it. But if you mean, hey,
if you're doing it this way, you're basically saving anyway. If you're this month I'm going to put $35 to my Xbox One X. In 2 years, I'm going to have that shit. But if you do it like this, and have it right now,
yeah,
you say fuck layaway. I'm getting this shit on credit.
And then at that point too, I can look all right, how much do I have? Okay, so now I've put so much in it for a few months. You know what? I got extra money. How much do I owe on this thing? Oh, I can just pay it off. Let me just pay that off right now.
Yeah, I wonder
I'd rather do that.
I wonder if you can do that. Just say, you know what? I just want to pay this off. I got the money right now. Look, my taxes came back. Bro.
Yeah. Just let me start off on that. And then, all right, now that I got the rest of it, all right, let's do this. And now it's just mine and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but what happens if I don't pay my bill? Like, do I just get to keep this and then y'all hit
repo
me for a collection agency? Like,
somebody gonna repo that? Yeah, they're gonna come grab it.
They're gonna have a TV show about that shit too, called Xbox Repo Man.
You know what?
Don't take my Xbox.
You would watch.
I don't know who the Beatles are. You ain't taking my Xbox.
I don't watch reality TV of any kind, but I would watch Xbox repos.
Yo, have y'all seen Live PD though?
I have no idea what that is.
I have not watched. Dude, my son's big into it though.
I only saw one episode of that freaking
the weirdest show.
Only saw one episode of that repo shit, and a dude got his shit freaking repoed because he couldn't name the Beatles. I mean, I don't even care if you don't even listen to the Beatles, but who don't fucking can name the fucking Beatles?
Hold on,
I'm black. I can probably do it if you give me some time.
Hold on,
you expect me to do it on the spot?
If you name the Pope, you basically name the Beatles.
That's not gonna happen. I didn't grow up with the Beatles, bruh. Like I'm black. I'm from the hood. Like I don't fucking know the Beatles.
It's Paul McCartney, George Harrison.
I would have been able to name them, but I would have to think about it because I never remember George Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I don't know if
But they didn't even have to name the last names. All they had to say is John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
I mean, to be fair, I was actually going to name one of them Paul George until I realized that was an NBA player. I was like, yeah, that's not it.
Pope, John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Yeah, see, I can't for real. Like, I'm gonna really have to think about.
I've got that Goshen on. Damn.
Like I rented back in the day. I rented the Beatles Rock Band because I was hoping that it would like create some sort of connection and like make me like appreciate them in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, because a video game does that.
No. Playing Rock Band and playing Guitar Hero gave me a greater appreciation for rock music in general.
You just smoke a lot of weed and listen to Sgt. Pepper and just lay in the floor.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
So no, I just can't. I played through the game. I finished it, and I was just like, that was cool. I understand it a little bit more, but I still don't have a question from the chat.
Who would want to write subtitles for a porn video? Go.
I mean,
Marcus.
What do you mean?
It's kind of,
I would want to do anything with a porn video. Let's just put that out there. But to clarify, what do you mean by subtitles?
Porn titles is very simple.
Oh, it's like subtitle, like so, it's like Big Booty Butts 5, and then I write the subtitle for it.
It really is just Mad Libs.
Is that what we're talking about?
I think she means like the closed captioning. So you got to write grunt, oh yeah, baby.
Oh hell yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Don't do that in real time. Let's go.
You got to describe all them noises, so you got to be a effective writer.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit up a Foley artist. So what items in your Foley kit do you do to imitate this sound? Like, okay, so toilet plunger, gack, and an Air Force One, and you just jump on it. That's what that sounds like.
Toilet plunger, gack, and an Air Force One.
Have you not seen like artists actually do their work?
Like sledgehammer and a ham. You know what I mean? Like,
and it sounds like somebody's like shooting somebody. Like, what? What? That's not supposed to. But then it works. Like, I don't understand how this works. Gunshots don't sound like gunshots in movies.
Just look. It's real easy. Real easy. A rubber glove, some lube of some sort, and clap.
With the disease?
No,
that too.
Clap to make the sound, genius.
That too. No, let's not discount the clap because of the extra special sauce.
Oh God!
All right, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. It's time to wrap this up.
No, it's time to go into our consumption of TV.
We
live, man. What you been watching, Dave? You've been watching TV.
Are barely here, sir.
You've been watching TV, Dave.
I don't watch TV.
You watch Netflix.
What have I been watching? We watch Orange is the New Black. We're in the current season for that.
The first episode was fucking hilarious with the cha-cha slide.
Shameless we watch, but we just finished, I think, the last one of, I think it's season 7. We started watching Better Call Saul again because that's back on. And we've been trying to watch a show on Prime called Red Oaks, which is based in the 80s, kind of basically about some people that work at a golf club, a country club, basically. Paul Reiser's in it as the owner. It's pretty cool. I think that's probably it.
Bug Mac sauces. But what about you, Major Linux, Major Windows?
So I watched all of Ultron, and
Like the whole series, or just the current?
Yeah, the whole.
I just finished the current season last week, bro.
Whoa,
For real, the last 2 episodes.
yeah,
Bruh.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody, but like,
Almost cried a couple of times during that season, especially during season 7. That was some stuff, man.
there was some real stuff there.
Oh my god. I've been watching what's it? Parks and Rec again because I need something happy and joyful and positive in my life. Even every time I watch that, I realize more and more how racist that show is. At times it's really racist, but it's more problematic than anything else.
It's racially insensitive.
Yeah. But it's funny though. I still laugh at it because like, haha, y'all being racist. And man, it seems like everybody puts up with this. Like, this ain't cool if this was anywhere else, where there were more colored people. But, hey. But, yeah, looks like Dave. I don't really watch TV like that. I mean, I watch things on my TV. I watch a lot of Giant Bomb content on my TV. But, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, what about you, Scar?
I've finished Luke Cage for the second time, and I started watching Royal Pains with my girl. I know I've seen I lost where I was, so I didn't know where to pick up from when I was watching the show. So just started over from the beginning with my girl. I've been watching a ton of YouTube. Marching Band season has just started. A lot of bands are doing their like family and friends days and like their showcases for the upcoming season. So I've been watching a lot of marching band videos, and I'm trying to buy a new vape. And I'm watching videos and looking at reviews and stuff like that, trying to find what I think is going to be what I think is going to be worth it for me. So just a ton of that. Spent most of this week preparing for an apartment inspection, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot. So it's just going to be, it's a catch up time for me to watch some things on my own. But mostly it's just when I can, it's just a lot of YouTube.
Nice.
But
yeah,
nice.
I'm pretty much caught up on My Hero Academia. It's really fucking good. And
do y'all watch anime at all?
I like Ghost in the Shell.
I'm with you there.
And Gundam Wing.
Akira?
Yeah. See, that's how I was. So I didn't know that I liked anime. I just thought that Ghost in the Shell and Akira and like Cowboy Bebop and stuff were just like outliers. But then once I started finding out that there's also other shit like that anime's not a genre, it's just a medium for that. Not everything is just super childish, like most of the stuff that's on Cartoon Network.
Some good anime out there, like Death Note. Like that's some serious stuff.
But yeah, once I finished, well, not finished, but I got caught up on My Hero Academia, I was like, well, I want to watch something else as well. So I started a show called Darling in the Franxx. And this is what I was talking about when I was like, I've got some shit to say.
Oh, God,
the show is actually pretty beautiful in how that, like, the cinematography, or if there's cinematography and animated stuff. And it seems like the story is going in a way to where it could be interesting, but there's things that's going on. This is like, if people are like listening while I'm watching, because okay, it's like a mecha anime, right? There's giant robots and shit, and a guy and a girl have to pilot the motherfuckers. The girl has to get into like
just assume the position.
Assume the position of like a doggy style, and she has this like suit on to where these joysticks come out of her butt, and the guy is like controlling her ass. and they like when they're doing the like robot shit, it like makes them feel good and shit. So I'm like, I don't know about watching this with people around, because it's like it's pretty benign, you know, nothing's really going on, but it just sounds bad. And there's a girl that's like some sort of demon or something. She's got horns, and she's like super fucking weird. She'd be like licking people and shit. And I don't know, man. I want to keep going with it, but man, that might be a guilty pleasure. Where I'm like, I feel weird watching this. Or like what people think.
Motherfucker, you feel weird explaining it.
I know.
Like I find the explanation hilarious and shit, because I've seen like a bit of it. Somebody posted a link to it somewhere in like another Discord server, and I was like, "The hell is this?" You know what? I could probably watch this.
The theme song is fucking amazing. I mean, like most of the time you're like, "Oh, I might skip the intro," but there's some shows where like, I ain't skipping this shit. This shit's badass. But
like Smallville.
Do it, Scar, for Amber.
Nope. Not today.
You and Marcus come together right now.
Wait, what?
You don't even know what the theme song is.
Come together.
No.
Scarfinger and Marcus right now. Not over me. Please not over me.
That's not going to happen. Like, yeah. See, you went the Beatles, and then you realized that you went in a very bad direction.
Yeah.
Speaking of skipping things, I wish Netflix would come up with a feature to skip the Voltron animation scene.
Bruh.
Because it happens so many times.
It's the same thing every time.
And I'm like, not watch it. Just let Voltron show up, damn.
Right. And then like, here's the worst part. The only thing they did in later seasons was kind of slow down the music and change the music a little bit, but the animation is still exactly the same. It's like, bruh, what is y'all doing?
Got things to do. Like,
yo, what you call it? When I watched Lost in Space, they wouldn't even let me skip the intro.
Voltron doesn't let you do it either.
Some shows don't, for some reason.
The Voltron, you can't skip its
I'm not
intro
really
either.
much of an intro skipper myself, because I give that my time just to chill. Like, okay, I just watched this show, and now here's the intro. I can refill my vape or check something on my phone, or just enjoy the fucking intro.
When you're watching a show or something that's like a half an hour, and you're sitting down for a little bit, and watching a few episodes,
like, I'm not going anywhere.
You don't really want to hear that shit over and over again. And let's be honest. The Voltron intro
is judge the same
fucking music as the Voltron transformation that we want to skip. Also, like,
what if Voltron transformation is like my thing?
Then you would very much enjoy this. The rest of us, not so much.
That'll be the subtitles for Chase's porno. Watch his Voltron over and over and over.
Yeah,
stuff that else happens, just him sitting in front of a TV, just watching the Voltron intro.
He's the guy that watches. He's the guy that watches the whole porn scene.
Like Voltron intro, Voltron intro, Voltron intro, Voltron intro. Die, Voltron.
I listened to a Voltron podcast. I listened to the AfterBuzz for Voltron, and there's the episode Monsters and Mana where they're playing the. It was a Dungeons and Dragons based episode. Did you know that when they go to the tavern, all of the people in the tavern are the show creators in cartoon form?
I mean, I know. I didn't know that. I remember, I think it was either the first or second season. I think it was the first one they were kind of doing Pidge's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
One of the officers' quarters had like 3 names on it, and it was the show creators.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, I've seen those names before, and I went and looked.
And then they named the cow. They named the cow after one of the show creators.
Really?
The cow's named Coltonecker or something like that. That's one of the show creators' last names.
It's interesting.
It was a weird name for a cow in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, Bessie. What's wrong with Bessie for your cow? You know what I mean? Bessie. Like, Bessie is even like, when you say Bessie, like, you can't say Bessie. Like, that doesn't sound right. Bessie. This is my cow, Bessie.
Nah, I don't know. I don't normally go around naming cows.
Yeah, it's really hard to give something that I want to eat a name.
I would still give it a name. I'll look at cold dead in the eyes and like, kill it.
You are a
You
deviant.
steak.
You are deviant, sir.
Just name it the food.
Milk.
Name all your pigs bacon and name all your cows filet mignon.
Name you New York strip. I'm gonna name you Hamburg.
Yeah, I mean, naming a cow bacon is basically naming a pig bacon is the same as naming a cow hamburger.
Scar burger.
That's our thing. Like, you got to be easy with that. You don't be telling everybody that.
Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. Yeah, Amber said it. While we were out of town, they watched Fringe. I didn't watch it. I caught a little bit.
I loved Fringe. Like, I really did.
I need to.
But the last season is up there with what the fuck.
You done froze.
I legit thought that was me for a second because last night's episode did not go well for us.
Oh no.
Wait, am I connected to the? Wait,
we're all connected.
Hold on a second. That's a weird thing to pose to everybody else who's here. Are you connected? Like, I can see everybody else. What are you doing?
Yeah. Are you connected to the internet? Of course I am. I'm fucking streaming. And I'm fucking talking to Marcus and Dave.
Hey.
Scar.
Wait, the room is full?
Huh?
So someone wants to join and the room is full.
Hold on.
Plug in to change size.
I'm letting them in now.
Serious.
Comcast. I fucking hate Comcast so much. I hate Comcast so fucking much. Like, I'm sitting there talking, and then everything just kind of all of your screens just started, in succession, just going black, and I'm like, "What the fuck's happening here?"
It's just like you froze on what the fuck.
Getting taken out by Big Port. How dare you name your pig bacon?
Yeah, but yeah, the last season of Fringe and the last season of Lost are what the fuck seasons. Like what's happening here? Like it goes from like crazy weird science to like time travel and like weird time alien people things. Like it's just really stupid, confusing.
Care Bear soldiers.
That's a completely different situation, but probably not that far off. Probably not that far off. I think Care Bear soldiers could have showed up in either Fringe or Lost in that last season, and it probably wouldn't have changed very much. All right, Chase, we got to wrap.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the people. Shout out to the listeners and the viewer.
You're the best.
Yeah. Where can we find you at, Mr. Major Windows?
You find me in my margarine container.
Speaking of margarine, I saw like the greatest invention ever.
What
it's a microwave popcorn popper, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like a glass like bowl kind of. It has a handle, so it kind of looks like a pitcher. Mm-hmm. But you take like the popcorn kernels and you put it in this little top thing, and then you fill that up, and then you pour that into the bowl, right? And then before you put it in the microwave, you cut some butter and you stick it in the hole, and it has holes in the bottom of the top, and it drips the butter on the popcorn while it's popping.
I'm going to need you to send me a link to that.
I can do that.
Please do. I'm looking for dumb shit to invest in, and I feel like that is like probably one of the best things that I want to buy.
Yep, I can do that because I damn sure looked it up on Amazon.
Damn, I really want that now. But yeah, you can find me twitter.com/MajorLinux, twitch.tv/Major Linux. Of course, you can find my dope podcast with my two wonderful, illustrious co-hosts. They're amazing people, Jay Dukes and the IO Gamer. You can find us over at NotYourFriends.com. That's NOTCHOFriends.com.
We just had Jay Dukes. That was a fun episode.
Yeah, eventually we'll get Left Shark out and about and say, look, we're not trying to hide her. She's a great podcast guest and co-host. It's amazing. She's amazing. She hates my guts, so her and Scar can just tell, like, she shares stories of how much I'm a terrible human being. I try not to disappoint.
I mean, yeah,
I try not to disappoint.
So, man, Mr. Dave, Robo Pig, don't call him Rob.
You can. It just costs you $5. Just good. The number 4 gaming.
Who's gonna come get that $5? You know what I'm saying?
Get it. It's for the kids. Kids say
Put you
no.
in that tough spot. There's a damn.
Good for gaming on Twitter, on Twitch. Our channel, we have a team of streamers, so there's some different people streaming different nights. I mentioned earlier I'm on Friday nights, so stop by Friday nights.
How'd you get started in that? Just a real quick anecdote.
Started in charity in general, Extra Life.
Yeah, Extra Life. How'd you?
I'm like I said earlier, I'm old. I'm definitely older than all you gentlemen. In my whole life, I've been a gamer, so gaming's always been important to me. And I felt like when I started the Good for Gaming on Twitter, all the press and media is always negative. Everything's always negative about gamers. Gamers are basement dwellers, losers, so on and so forth. And I just felt like started to find out. Discovered Extra Life and then found out that there were other gaming related charities. I love Able Gamers. I love Stack Up, Special Effect. There's a lot of gaming related charities now. So I thought it was important to try to give people some positive stuff to look at as far as gaming goes. People always just want to focus on the negative aspects of gaming, thinking that we're antisocial and that we live in the basement. And I just thought it was important to show people that there's a lot of good that's going to come out of gaming.
So
and I feel like
it was kind of a positive platform for gaming before it was the Extra Life team.
Yeah. When the first thing I started was just the Twitter account, and that was just to try to start following all these gaming related charities and anybody who is speaking in a positive light about gaming. I've gotten away from the podcast quite a bit because I don't find enough time at work to listen to all the ones I used to, but I also used to promote the hell out of pretty much every podcast I listened to at the time when I first started it. But it's become more about positivity with gaming and the charity aspect. But I guess that's it.
Word up.
And when you do a charity event, don't steal the Red Bull.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I have not. I have a 5-hour energy here somewhere from last year that I didn't end up drinking.
that's like the last year's freaking Christmas what is it? The block that's like supposed to be a sweet. What is it? It's like a
fruitcake.
Fruitcake. There you go.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't drink it now, but
I don't know. There's probably so many preservatives into it, then it's probably okay for read those dates. PSA to all the podcast listeners: read your dates before you eat that Twinkie. Yep.
I'm gonna go buy me a popcorn popper. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, once we're done with here, we're going.
I'll put the link in the chat.
Yes, I got it. That's what I'm looking at now.
Me and the lady are going to go watch some Ruby. I'm done and finished with all that shit.
You just completely skipped the rest of the shout outs. Major.
Oh, I shouted out.
Yeah.
You sure? Sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
You finished? Everybody finished?
Yeah.
Everybody finished? Everybody finished?
Do you need a shout out?
I don't know. I'm kind of like halfway here.
I'm
I'm worried about my internet cutting out. So
you out there in the internet, do you need a shout out? Yeah, you back there in the back.
So how can we find you, Amber? Let's get your shout outs since you're part of the show.
You should literally be shouting them out.
Yeah, shouting from the porch.
She said she left the room so she could hear all of us instead of just Chase.
Yeah.
Man, I don't really do a whole lot of shout outs, but shout out to y'all for this delayed but still successful All Guest August,
which is going to go into September, but that's okay.
It's cool. We got it. It's a thing. You know what? I kind of want to keep this up. I like having guests on because like no one wants to hear me talk about Killing Floor every week. Like, you know what I mean? Like for real, that's pretty much the most of what I do. Killing Floor and YouTube. Like nobody want to hear that shit every week.
Amber,
so I like having guests on.
Amber has a shout out for Tom, Uncle Tom.
Which Tom?
Uncle Tom.
Oh, the uncle. See, yeah. You gotta be specific when you're talking about Uncle Tom's. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be a little bit more specific.
Oh yeah, because when I first heard about Uncle Tom, I was like, "Y'all call him Uncle Tom?" I was like, you sure? But
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna have to call you Uncle
his name's
Thomas.
Tom.
Right
He's
now.
the uncle.
Like, you gotta be Uncle Thomas. Like we gotta say your whole name.
Uncle Tim.
Like Thomas Thomas Masters the Third, Uncle Thomas Masters the Third. Like you got to
put the whole name out, say the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like a pimp. It's like a pimp name.
I guess that was a little weird that
thing.
I put my fist up. I was like, Uncle Tom.
right. Because like both me and Marcus looked at you like, what are you trying to say?
I'm tired of you talking about 45 like that, Uncle Tom.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh my god! No, see that Uncle Tom would actually be excited about 45.
There you go,
which
Mad
is a completely
Tom.
different.
She said, "Call him Mad Tom."
No, we can call him he Uncle Thomas, man. Shout out to Uncle Thomas, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Uncle Thomas. Because that's why this show got delayed a week for Uncle Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. So yeah, shout out to the people, man. Like, I'll go ahead and wrap this up, Chase, before we get into any more trouble.
Peace out to the Warriors. And speaking of peacing out to the Warriors,
Uncle Thomas and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of peacing out to the Warriors and all that, we are having Meef J and Blue Man Rule on next week. So that's gonna be a fun show.
Absolutely.
Get some blue on with his left that scar.
Yeah. Who canceled the show on me earlier today?
Yeah, it was still on the YouTube, like waiting for Larry Asbury Jr. I'm like, where is the facetious?
Damn, I know the YouTube Joan is under his name, but damn, dog, you just put his whole government out there, like you didn't do for Uncle Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like how you just
he puts his whole government out there. That's his YouTube account. It's not even facetious.
At the very least, you could have did that for Uncle Thomas. Like we don't even know what Uncle Thomas's last name is. Apparently, you don't know either. All right. Apparently, you don't know either. But yeah, man, that's gonna be fun. And for real, if either of you gentlemen want to be back on, with or without Marcus, that would be perfectly fine. That would be perfectly fine. Like we would appreciate you coming back. No, because you've been on twice recently, and this is the first time we've had Dave on.
That is true.
All right. So I'm glad you circled back on that because like damn, like you only want me back. See, you don't like another 5 years before I show up again.
You don't want to be on Nacho Friends.
Uncle Thomas's last name is Maddox.
Maddox. Uncle Thomas Maddox.
I guess that's where the Mad Tom comes in.
Mad Tom. Know what I'm saying? Mad Tom. I see you. Yeah. See Mad Tom. Rest in peace, dog.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and wrap the show up, dog.
This has been Scarcasm. I like that shit, boy. All right. See, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk.
I mean, it's a little thing that I put at the end of the show, but like after you start talking about Uncle Tom's, you might not want to call anybody a boy.
Well,
you might not want to.
I never even knew that was like a racial thing. I just always call all my friends bros and boys and shit. Because that's who they are, man. Look.
I know, I get it. You're my I'm not racist beard. Yeah. Like I do a show with a white dude. I can't be racist. But that works. That works. But part of you being my I'm not racist beard is me making sure that you don't step into racial landmines. And I gotta make sure that we are safe on this. So never say that.
Y'all in a well back to back, just holding each other up, making sure the other doesn't fall in.
Right. No, we like that. We like the moment when you play Army of Two, when you really get into it and they go back to back and you got to just start shooting everything just to see if y'all actually gonna survive this. You know those moments on Army of Two that you got to do like 10 times because you could never quite get through it the first time. Like that. That's what we in right now.
One more thing before we close out.
Please don't say anything racist.
I'm not. I never said my guilty pleasure game, which was 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. I fucking love that game. The game's amazing.
Listen, I'm leaving.
You know what?
Where's the exit?
Every time somebody mentioned that game, I remember that game was really popular when I worked at GameStop. And people, and like grown folks were buying that shit for little kids.
How come everybody worked at GameStop but me?
You don't want to. It's not a good place to work.
I did at one point.
It's like you want to until you actually work there, and you're like, why did I ever want this?
I mean, I have a great job now. I don't want to work there now. Like I'm an adult. I know what's going on.
It's the worst place to work. Like if you want to feel like they treat you like a criminal, even though you're not a criminal, then work at GameStop.
I hear it's worse at the Apple Store. I hear they check bags over there.
Really? No, like for real. When you leave the building at GameStop, you got to like roll up your sleeves, pull up your pant legs. They do everything but give you a straight up pat down in order for you to just walk outside and take a break. And that's every time you leave. Every single time. And they came up with this thing where you had to sign, like a manager or somebody had to sign off on you walking out the door saying that they made sure that you ain't take nothing.
I think they were only doing that to you.
No, that was all of us. That was all of us. I made sure that it wasn't just me. Come on, man. You really think I would have been there if it was just me?
It wasn't all of us. It was all y'all.
All y'all.
All y'all. All y'all.
All right. So yeah, for Chase, Dave, Marcus, Scarcasm, we thank y'all greatly for checking us out, whether you go back and watch the video, which is probably the best way to do this, or you listen to it on the podcast. We thank you greatly, and we're out of here. Peace out to the Warriors, yo. You're supposed to say later.
Later. That is what I say. I say later. That's what I say. I say later. Later.
What is you doing? What are you doing right now?
Wait,
later.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.